Alright guys, welcome back to another Farming Simulator video. We have the Farming Simulator update for FarmSim 25. Let's have a look. The changes and improvements, various technical changes to improve performance. This is for 1.14.0.0. Various text translation adjustments. Various visual adjustments on several models. Fix AI helper, missing headland rows with unequal more working with, okay. Fix automatic transmissions behaving incorrectly when shifting manually. Fix the DLAA settings to correctly unlock the frame generation option. That means a better frame rate when playing. Fix environment visuals not applying correctly before entering the 3D shop. Alright. Fix error occurring when group shifting into neutral, that's when driving a tractor, I guess. Fix issue preventing clients from selling fences. I think there was an issue with selling fences in the game when you put up a couple of fences and then when you didn't need the fences anymore, there was an issue with selling them. I think it was that we didn't get any money back from selling fences. Fix issue with clients saw gates only partially opened, okay. Saw gates, yeah, must be up at the. I think it's the gates for the sawmill gates. What they're talking about. Fixed manual shifting on transmissions with more than 8 gears. Wow. Okay, I didn't notice that one. Okay. Fixed missing cursor when creating rice fields. Fixed shading issue on Alliance 398 MPT wheels. We gotta check that out in the game when it's finished the update. So fixed straw usage calculation in animal husbandries. Hmm. Improved AI helper field detection algorithm. Okay. Improved visibility of SWATs on harvested foliage. I gotta check that out. I think when we let SWATs behind from a harvester, that those SWATs weren't correctly visible on the field in the distance wise. If you look into the distance from further away, I don't think you could see the SWAT's foliage on the field. Removed needs rolling requirement for oilseed radish. So they removed the needs rolling requirement from oilseed radish. So if you plant oilseed radish on your field, then you don't need to roll it anymore. They removed that. That's a good thing, I guess. Okay, updated Intel XeSS version Windows only. Okay, we gotta check that out later on. I'll do a video on all of this. So, so they added new machines and items. They added a roller configuration to the Kinze Mac Till 412. They added the GEA dairy feed and dairy robot with Coolway configuration options to medium and large Herman cow sheds. I know this. I know this from Farming Simulator 15. The GEA dairy feed and dairy robot. I'm not going to make a video on that because I don't have FarmSim 15 installed anymore. I have it on the physical disk, but I don't have it installed anymore. So I might install FarmSim 15 there one day and I'll look up the internet on the GEA dairy feed and dairy robot. That was because that was the first time that the dairy feed and dairy robot got introduced into the game for Farming Simulator 15. The dairy feed and the dairy robot that got firstly introduced in Farming Simulator 15, and then and came into Farming Simulator 17 and Farming Simulator 19 as a mod. This is an update to Farming Sim 25. So I forgot who the modder was for the dairy feed and dairy robot who modded it up for Farming Simulator 15. It was a mod for 15, 17, and 19. I played with that mod. I liked it very much. It's pretty awesome. The robot, all you have to do is fill up the feeding robot with straw, hay, and minerals, I think it is, or straw, hay, and silage. And then you have to set these times, like in the morning, afternoon, and before nighttime. And then the dairy robot just feeds the cows automatically. You don't have to do anything. All you have to do is fill it up with hay, straw, and silage. Set your timing when you want to feed your cows, and then the robot will do everything automatically. I think that is how it still works. That's the way I remembered it from Farming Simulator 15. Added 1500mm width wheel configuration for compatible small and medium tractors. That's what they also added. We'll check that out as well. Then the new additions and functionalities of the game. They added the AMD FSR 4.0 requires compatible hardware. I think I can do that. I think I can set that up on my PC. I have an awesome gaming PC, so I can do AMD FSR 4.0. They added a border collie as a new dog breed for the dog house. We will check that out as well. A new dog, a border collie. That's pretty cool. Added multiple coat patterns and color variations for the dog. So you can set up different dog colors for the dog's coat, different patterns, colors, variations for the dogs here. Pretty cool. Modding wise, added new metallic metal material powder coat matte. I think you have to do that in the XML when you're making a mod. You will find that in the, let's say if you're working on a tractor and you want to give the tractor a couple of color variations, you will find that in the tractor XML. You have to change that around. So added specializations for ladders in placeables. We'll check that out as well. I will write all this down and we'll check it out. So they added specializations for ladders in placeable items. Placeables are like houses or factories or what have you, right? And added VTX animation shader. And then they added exposed wind, what? Wind stringed mini clip parameter in ocean shader. We will see what that is, but I don't know what that is. Wind stringed min clip what parameter in ocean. I think it's how strong the wind is blowing against the ocean parameters. You will see probably a couple of small waves in the ocean, probably going up and down or something, because it says wind stringed min clip parameter in ocean shader. So the ocean shaders, that's the shader that covers the ground to make it look like an ocean, make it look like water. It's the shader that does it. It's hard to explain the shaders in the game, but that is how it is. The shader covers the ground to make it look like a clear ocean of like water. Yes, it's very hard to explain shaders. Info. As with our major updates to Farming Simulator, you have to either enter the shaders folder and empty out all your shaders, and or you can just go into the game and just play around, and because that's here on major update Farm Simulator, you may experience stuttering on the first game launch after the update when using mods or custom graphics settings due to shaders being recompiled. That's nothing. That's nothing. No big deal there. So that is what I wanted to show you guys. 10-minute video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys here in part 2, where I will show you guys how the dairy feed works and the dairy robot and all the added stuff. I will write that down, and we'll see you guys here in part 2. Bye bye.